JBL wireless earbuds are for those who are the first to try something unique.
The first wireless earbuds on the market with a touchscreen case, which allows you to control your audio without reaching for your phone. They also have a touchscreen smart charging case for one-touch control.
I love being able to touch my buds and control the volume.
With a built-in wireless transmitter that lets you plug and play with any device you want, JBL wireless earbuds connects you to all your favorite music, movies, and games.
The wireless transmitter also allows for JBL superior spatial sound that takes any audio and turns it into a 360 immersive experience.
They've got a next-gen smart charging case for a seamless listening experience. Leave your phone in your pocket. The smart charging case has all the features you need to fully control and customize your listening experience and the earbud settings in multiple languages right from the case.
Use the smart charging case to see what song is playing or who's calling you, or personalize the tactile screen with your favorite photo.
Check the dynamic lock screen to get info on battery life status, time, messages, etc.
JBL wireless earbuds. Grab a pair at jbl.com.
Hey, or should I say, ho, ho, ho. It's me, Matt Rogers, and in the words of another Christmas icon, it's time. I'm back with my new nationwide tour, Matt Rogers, Christmas in December. Yes, it's time to remember when Christmas is. I'm hitting the road all December with Henry Kapersky and the whole band, performing my album, Have You Heard of Christmas, along with a bunch of other little surprises. So if you're in LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Philadelphia, DC, New York City, Boston, Toronto, Chicago, or, yes, Orlando, Florida, I want to see your gorgeous ass. Go to mattrogersofficial.com or head to my Instagram at mattrogersthough and hit the link in my bio. Until then, stream the album, get your look together, and get ready to deck the damn halls at a venue near you. Christmas in December, you in my heart. XOXO. Me, Matt. Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. Wow. Oh, my. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Las Culturistas. Ding dong! Las Culturistas calling. It's a day of days.
It's the days of our lives, really.
Oh! So can I tell you, growing up, my mom, Katrina Rogers, was an ABC soap person. So in our house was General Hospital, All My Children, and what was the other one? Oh my God. No, Passions was NBC.
Passions was later in NBC.
And also Passions had like
witchcraft,
vampires
and
witchcraft.
Yeah, supernatural.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the third one, but those what is it?
One Life to Live.
One Life to Live.
How could we forget?
And so my intro to our guest was not soaps. It was actually red carpet and hosting. And
which as we now know.
Yes.
I mean, now they're really dipping into like an interesting talent pool. We'll get into this later, but it's like Gabby Wedding doing the red carpet at the VMAs, slay. But also, that is a hard job.
It's very hard.
And just this is hard work, and we will get into this into the nitty gritty. That is a really good first exposure. My first exposure.
Yes.
Veronica Mars. With the amazing Harry
Hamlin.
And I mean, that was when I knew. I was like, there's something about this actor. She is amazing.
It's one of those, it's true pop culture iconography because it's not just one thing, it's so many different things. Obviously, our guest is a beloved, memorable fixture from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and now has had this incredible new win as like a fashion icon, which always has been a fashion icon. Was always true. But it's truly walking in motion now. And I think I could call it the highlight of our awards show, of our Las Culturistas Culture Awards. Particularly one moment, but all of it, but you know the moment I'm talking about.
There were several highlights, much like Kelly Clarkson's hair during the first season of American Idol.
You really just went there, and by went there, I mean showed that we are millennial gay guys.
But there were several highlights. I think one of the most stunning streaks of the show was our guest. Truly giving an embodied performance. This is where you go, that's right, she's an actor. She knows how to play in a heightened reality like this.
I thought Demi Moore was on stage in the subject.
Many people thought Demi Moore on stage. We had to make a big show out of announcing our guest so that the audience could tell what was happening. But I mean, I think there was just a lot of discourse and chatter the next day and in the weeks after about that being a particular highlight of the show.
Absolutely.
She's an icon. She's a fashion legend. She's an acting legend. We love her. She's a patron of theater because we will get into this. This was our first meeting.
Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. You told me.
Took my
I
breath
heard about
away.
this immediately
took
after
my
it happened.
breath away.
And podcaster as well. Let's not talk about the husband. I listened to the pod. It's presented by Dear Media alongside, yes, Harry Hamlin. They continue to be a very rich duo in love, in life, in podcasting, and more.
And more. We're so thrilled she's here. Everyone give it up for
Lisa Rinna! We're so happy.
Guys, that was so fun to just sit and listen to.
Well,
I could have that every day. I would just walk around like a queen.
you should
It's a
be
bubble
walking
bath.
around like a
You
queen.
should.
But the thing is, there is so much to talk with you about like the impact that you've had in the entertainment industry, the roles that you've played, both like, you know, in terms of acting and in terms of like functioning in this industry. You are truly what it means to be like a Hollywood mainstay.
Well, thank you. I certainly have survived for a very long time.
Survived is
I'm
the
a
word you use.
survivor. I've been
Yeah.
around. I think I've been in the business now 36 years.
Wow.
But the word survive implies like peril. It implies danger.
Well, that's true, but this business can be like that, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
It can. And I feel like I'm still here, you know, because I am. I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to do so many great things. Thanks to you, my last great thing I got to do was truly one of the highlights. I'm not even kidding.
It won't be the final thing.
No, it certainly is not going to be the final thing unless I'm dead.
No, but
What am I saying?
we mean with the
Same
awards.
with the awards, like you are welcome back.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Oh, you're never going to get rid of me at this
Love
point.
it.
But that was so much fun because, again, I think when I went to do my reality stint for 8 years, it's just a very long time,
Yeah, you were there for a while.
people tend to forget that I'm an actor.
Right.
Yes.
That's how I began. That's what I am. So to go and play those characters was
Yeah.
dream come true. It was really fun. So thank you so much.
And I will say, like, when I think people think you are like a little bit of a Rorschach. It's like you think of Lisa Rinna, and probably everyone that watches pop culture may think of a different thing. Is that your
Facet.
experience?
It is. And of late, mostly is that damn M&M.
That Lisa
What are
Rinna,
your
M&M.
feelings, your honest feelings about the M&M? Because I imagine it's complicated.
It's complicated only because I think it's so weird because I literally did that campaign 15 years ago.
Right.
So
With Joey Fatone, who else was it?
Joey Fatone and I were doing the red carpet for the TV Guide Network. Now, who thought of that casting?
Sure.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. That's probably when like you I
know?
remember you on
Right.
a carpet. I remember
Yes.
you on a red
Okay.
carpet like interviewing. That was like the Lisa Rinna I first met.
All right. Well, that Lisa Rinna was with Joey Fatone on the red carpet. They came to us, paid us a good chunk of money from what I remember.
good money.
Do you want to be an M&M? Wouldn't you want to be?
Absolutely, yes.
We would.
You would be like, yes.
But so it does feel like an honor then, because I have to look at that and I imagine
Yes.
that is iconic.
Oh, it's so. I mean, back then I thought it was iconic,
Yeah.
and that was before social media. It was before everything.
Yep.
It was before the damn phones, really.
Right.
Yeah.
So the fact that it came back 15 years later on TikTok is what I can't figure out.
Yeah.
It's not up to us. It's not up for us to know.
It's not.
It's sort
It
of
isn't, I guess.
It's sort of this thing lately that I think is happening, which is it takes one person with not even a big platform, with the right platform to say, I want to. I even feel like that a little bit with the Culture Awards. It's like some of the polls, like from like new culture and old culture, we feel like we're rolling the dice. Like it's like, are people going to remember
Right.
this reference? And then they do,
They do.
and it suddenly gets life, you know. But I do think that's what we're living in right now, like because the Lisa Rinna M&M is an iconic image. If the right person puts that forth, we can expect in 2025 going forward that might just dominate.
exactly.
But you don't think? But you don't think it's an accident though, because it's like, on the one hand, there's something totally, let's say, random about the M&M coming back, but then on the other, it's this very intentional thing that you're in control over, which is, I'm going to show up to Fashion Week. I'm going to dress in like this Balenciaga to commemorate the Balenciaga of like the last few whatever years.
Yeah.
You are making choices in your own life, and then on the parallel track is like, oh, the internet just dug up this thing from 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or we're still playing the Amsterdam episode of Housewives on Cliff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It will keep working in tandem with whatever you decide to do.
And thank you very much. And thank God.
Yeah.
I guess, right? I think that's the beauty of it all. And it's so funny to see my kids' reaction.
What do they think? What do the girls think?
You know what? Can you imagine having me as your mom? I mean, you probably both can, but I don't know.
My
Think
mom
about it
isn't
for a
dissimilar to you.
And I went back and watched your first episode in season 5. I was just like, let me like refresh, go back to
Wow,
the beginning.
did you?
Well, just in preparation for this episode.
Oh, wow.
And the first, I don't know if you remember this, the first moment of the family is Harry brings in a snake from the garden, and Amelia and Delilah are like, get that out. And it's this beautiful moment of family. And then in your talking head, you're like, I'm never happier than when all 4 people are under one roof.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Like
and I still feel that way.
Like that
Absolutely.
hasn't changed.
Has not changed. Nothing's really changed, to be honest. I think now that they're older, they're just seeing everything is being sent to them. And, you know, as a mom, you don't go, oh, here, you guys want to go watch Days of Our Lives or Melrose Place or whatever. And so they're getting it sent to them now. And I think they get a kick out of me, which is good. You want your kids to get a kick out of you.
Well, also it's because they're probably now reaching the age or approaching that time when like they can now see you from when you were similar age to them.
Yes,
right?
because there's a lot of that, especially Days of Our Lives.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
sure.
the same age that Delilah is right now when I did that. So it really, truly is, it's fascinating, and it's been so fun, and I'm so grateful. I mean, look what I've gotten to do for so many years.
Yeah.
And it changes all the time. And
It's because you know what the thing is, and this is why we were so enthusiastic about having you at the Culture Awards, and we're so excited to have you here, is because you know you're always going to bring fun. And I feel like we try to center a lot of fun in what we do, and I feel like when you arrived and you brought such great energy to the show and such different specific energies to each of those moments, and it all ended up in that moment of Law Roach giving you the Outfit of the Year award for Lisa Rinna or whatever the fuck she wants.
I mean, come on.
That to me was the highlight of the show, though,
I
was your
think so.
speech. Like, your speech was the highlight of the show because I felt like, it happening on Bravo, too, I thought was so special.
Wow,
because,
how about that?
Yeah, like
wow, how about that?
You know what's funny? Like, we were putting the show together in the edit, and obviously, you know, you were there. The show was long. We recorded for about 3 hours.
Yes.
But I said, you know what? All parts of this Lisa Rinna speech have to be there because I was like,
Thank you.
people have to understand this is going to really resonate with an audience that did know Lois, that did see the girls grow up, that is going to be happy to see you like winning one of the final awards of the night, even though they're silly awards. It's still
Are
a
you
moment of
kidding?
recognition. I feel like it means something for it to
Yeah.
happen on that network.
It certainly did, and I didn't expect it. This kind of just came about, you know? And I was like, yes, I'll do anything. And then you came up with the skits that I would do. Like, I had no idea what I was going to do. I was just like, yes, I'll do it. I don't care what I do, I'll do it.
She's walking Outfit of the Year.
I will do
walking.
whatever. And so the fact that it's then on Bravo, how full circle.
Pretty full circle,
And I
man.
wasn't even ready for that full circle. Do you know what I mean? Like, it came around and I was like, oh, maybe I am ready for it. Maybe.
What were the misgivings about it? Were there any?
Well, yes, there were a few misgivings because my last moment on Bravo was not my finest hour. It did not feel great to me.
It just felt just murky. I wouldn't even say chaotic. It was just like, wait, so we can't, like, as an audience, I'll speak for us, like, we didn't know how to feel about it because we're like, well, none of us can know what really happened about it, which we don't have to talk about it, but it's like, there's no resolution for the audience or for you,
Yeah.
but in the way that we see Lisa Rinna, this
Yeah.
true, wonderful, prevalent figure in the Bravo-verse, and then you just kind of, like, go away. And
Yeah.
it's there's a feeling of, like, unease there.
Yes.
And so I'm so grateful that you came back and did the show because it just felt like there was a period on it finally.
That's what it gave me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, to be able to go back in that way, in a winning way.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like a winner as opposed to being booed on, the stage at BravoCon.
Yeah.
God, wait.
I have to say, I couldn't believe that had happened, and we weren't there for that one. But that felt really like. And we talk oftentimes about how like in times when it feels like you can't. It's like the things you love the most sometimes when you're a fan of something are the things that you like feel you can lash out at a little bit.
Oh yeah,
and with
that
Bravo,
audience for sure.
I was gonna say it feels even more intense.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like they weren't booing you as a human; they were booing you as an extension and to be part of the show. But still, you're up there, a human being being booed.
But it's funny because I actually took it as a good thing when it happened, because to me, even though I'm Lisa Rinna on Beverly Hills Housewives, I'm a character. I mean, you're not really getting to see the full me.
Right.
Like, you see this much of me.
Yeah.
And you see me reacting off of other women being crazy or throwing things at me, things that are not necessarily in my wheelhouse in my day-to-day life.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when I went out, at first, it's funny because I was standing in line with Erica.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was going to happen. She says to me, "They may boo you." I turned around. I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "They might boo you. Just get ready." I was like, okay, I didn't even think about it. So when they did, it wasn't like such a shock because she had literally just said it to me 2 seconds earlier. And my reaction was like, okay, cool, in the back of my mind, because the wrestlers I used to watch on TV, the good ones got booed.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to bring up wrestling.
It is like
but
wrestling.
it's not wrestling though, because
I know.
there is like some of the conflicts are. There's a layer of stagedness to
But
them.
it's real.
But it's
Yeah.
real.
It's real, honey. It's real.
It's not like The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin walking out there.
Exactly.
It's like it's Lisa Rinna, it's Erika Jane. These are people who and then like the seasons that proceed from that also are informed by these moments where like at BravoCon, this is what happened. Like
Yeah, it becomes a
that's
lot
the
of the
difference
narrative.
here. The veil between reality and the heightened version of reality is very thin.
It's very thin.
And like that,
Yes.
but that must affect you in some way.
Well, it's hard because if you come into it as an actor like I did,
Yes.
it's different if you come into it and you've really never done anything before.
Right.
Like, say, Dorit.
Right.
Yep.
She comes into it, she's done many other things, but she's never been on camera showing her real life. I think it's easier for someone like Dorit than it is actually for me
Right.
to come in.
Yep.
And I can see why in the very beginning, because, I was up for the show in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And Andy said, no actors. And I can see why he said that.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, we view cameras and directors and producers and everybody differently
Yes.
than if you're doing a reality show.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll never forget, I had a meeting with everybody because I wasn't so sure about it at first. And the producer came in and he said, "I'm just going to give you some advice. Think out loud. You need to think out loud." And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? But as an actor, I went, oh, I need to think out loud. Well, I certainly did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Externalizing was not an issue for you.
But
yeah.
in my real life, I never said how I felt. I grew up not being somebody that was
Expressive in that way.
expressive in that way. So at first it was hard for me. And then, of course, it just
And then
flew
was it
out.
almost liberating there for a while? It's kind of like, because I remember when I started watching Housewives, because there was a time in my life where I was saying, just the one thing I know I'll never do is I'm not going to watch The Real Housewives. and then it was like, I remember one time it was literally, I was just like, it just doesn't feel like it's for me. And I put on, I believe the first franchise I watched was New York. And I put it on and I was just like, wait, I feel like I get this. And what I really felt like improved about me from watching it was I wasn't scared to be like, hey, I have an issue with what you just did and I want to talk about it.
Exactly.
It actually got me to not become a more confrontational person, but it made me understand that conflict can actually not all the time as we see on the show, but oftentimes
Be
resolved and make people better and make friendships stronger. For example, when you were first on the show, you and Dorit just could not see eye to eye until you had that conversation on
the wheel.
In the wheel.
On that wheel, that bubble wheel weird thing in Vegas.
And then it felt like you guys never really had a major issue again.
No, and that's the beauty also of that show. If you can work through things, which of course in real life you don't do a whole lot.
Right, because you're not being forced to.
You're not being forced to. And being forced to, I have to tell you, it was so uncomfortable. I am somebody who does not like conflict, if you can believe it.
No, I can.
It did help me in many ways. It also helped me in my acting.
Yeah.
For sure, because you really have to say how you feel.
And play objectives.
You have to think about how do I feel right now and express it. That's hard as a real person.
Of course. But I think what you innovated in the show across all the franchises is I think you were the first housewife to break the fourth wall.
And to break a glass, no.
And to break a glass.
Yeah, but thank God you did.
Thank God you did. But to break the fourth wall and say, I'm here to make good TV. That is the actor in you.
Well, that's true. And I can't help that. I was there to make good TV.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to make best friends. I wasn't there to get a fan base to love me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm not one of those people that go on Twitter and find out what everyone's saying and then skew that so that I don't have horrible people.
But it's you and Eileen starting at the same time, which was interesting. It was Andy's like no actors, and then he brings on two
at the same time, which was quite brilliant. Two soap actors. We both came from soaps in a sense.
Yeah, we loved Eileen too.
We miss her.
Are you still? Are you connected with Eileen still?
I do. I mean, I talk to her from time to time, but you know, when you don't work with people again,
of course,
you lose that little moment. But when I see her, of course, she's one of the special ones.
Yes.
So one of the things that I feel like is a symptom of being in this business is those things happen, right? You book a job, you become close with people, and then as a result of the job ending, you do move on, you lose touch, or you make new, friends and, relationships and new jobs, and that purpose, it's so different in what we do.
Yes.
But for a show like Housewives, where it is, you're performing as friends, but also it is real and you are real friends. Have you kept those friends? Like, are you still close with not to say your allies on the show, but the people who had your back on the show?
I am.
Yeah.
Like this weekend, I went to Kyle Richards' daughter's Alexia's wedding.
Oh.
And she invited me herself. Alexia invited me. And I've known her since she was, oh my God. A young girl.
Yeah.
And to me, even though I don't see those women all the time, I will go and support in love, in friendship, in all of that, because whether we're trauma bonded or what we are,
there is a bond.
There is a bond there. And I love a handful of those women. I think you all know which ones. I don't even think I have to tell you which ones. I really do. And I have dinner with them, and they did want to film me, and I said no. I did say no to the filming at the wedding because I didn't feel that was what it was about. I was there.
Oh, they were shooting the wedding.
They shot it sort of, a little bit. I mean, they had producer cameras there, which are like iPhones on steroids.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? But I felt, no, you're not going to get me back that way. I'm going to go and support my friend and her daughter and my other friends at this wedding.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So
lovely.
I felt good about that, saying, no, I'd love to come, but no, you can't shoot me.
That's what you're in control. That's what you were saying earlier. I'm going to show you this much, and it gets to be on your terms.
Now, see, when you're doing that show, it really doesn't get to be on your terms.
No.
And on a lot of, does it get to be on your terms on Saturday Night Live all the time?
We're
of course
expected
not, right?
on weeks where you're like, I've got nothing, the well is bone dry. I still have to write a sketch that probably won't be received well, and then that's that docks against me. It's that kind of thing. This is I want to talk about soap acting.
Oh.
Because this is, you guys have to be off book on reams of paper of 40
lines. Pages sometimes of dialogue. 40. I would have 20 to 40 pages of dialogue a day.
How long did you do?
3 years.
3 years of days?
3 years. Yeah.
So that's
first job, really.
That's Olympic.
It's Olympic, but it trains you. If you don't get the chance to go to Juilliard or Yale or
you get your education.
Honey, you get your education. You learn how to be professional because you've got 40 people waiting for you. You can't fuck around.
Nope.
You're you better know your lines. And most of the time, I would be working with people that have been on the show for years and years and years that used cue cards because that's how, after being on the show for 25 years, it's very hard to learn those lines.
Of course.
So to learn how to act with somebody who's looking over here while you're here was very difficult. I could never do the cue cards, so I had to memorize my lines.
Got it. I mean, there's a common thing among soap actors where Sarah Sherman said this when she went on General Hospital. She was like, "Can you guys cry on cue?" All of the actors go, "Which eye?"
Which eye? They do.
Stop.
It's true. Yes, and that's why.
Which eye do you want?
Oh, Deidre Hall could cry out. She'd say, "Do you want left or right?"
Oh!
Which eye is title of it?
Which eye?
No, seriously. So, cut to when I had the moment with the bunny on Housewives.
Oh my God!
And
Did
I
you
had
which
one
eye?
tear. No, because I never could do it. It just happened accidentally. I could never make that happen. But I was
hard.
so proud because I did it, but I didn't really do it, but I did it.
No, because you were living it.
Accidental.
You did it for the camera.
That is,
Accidental.
I think it's top 5 of all Bravo images.
Yeah.
Is just you glaring at her with that teal running going.
I'm telling you, the genius of their editing at times can be.
Come on.
I mean, come on. And the crackling of the cellophane
Oh
over
yeah.
the bunny.
Oh my God.
I actually just every time we go into the clubhouse, we've been lucky to go many times,
go
but
to
this
the bunny.
last time
Everyone
where
does.
we went to go promote the Culture Awards, I was like, not only am I looking at the bunny, I'm holding the bunny.
You have to.
And she does crackle.
She crackles, and the way that they did that in the editing.
It's so good.
You know, I didn't plan that. I went and got a present.
Yeah.
And instead of wrapping it, they were like, "Do you want it in cellophane with a bow?" Yeah. Like, there's no planning to it.
That's the butterfly effect.
Right.
That is the magic. Anytime that can happen, that's the magic.
Yeah.
You can't plan it. You're doing something actually good for somebody.
Yeah.
Or trying to.
Yeah.
And then it turns into this meme that is never going to go away. Really.
Right.
So, in speaking about the way that because I always feel like whenever we have someone on the show that's gone through the reality show process, one of the things I think is the most interesting is how it feels to see yourself edited into a character, because they do have to do that, and of course it's you, but there are edges they have to give you depending on what they need season to season. So leaving Housewives out of it, because you move on from Housewives and now we're gonna see you on the Traitors. I wonder about like what it was like to obviously have that put to you and be like, look, here's an opportunity to do the Traitors. You know it's a fun show, but it's another opportunity for us to edit you. So can you talk through what the process was, just without even getting into right now what happened, getting that offer and feeling like, okay, am I engaging?
Well, at first I said I do not want to do it. No.
You said no.
Why
No.
not?
Why?
Well, because I watched it and I thought it's enjoyable to watch. I don't want to do it.
Stressful? Is that why?
And reality.
And reality.
I just wasn't quite ready when they were first like dangling it. I was like, I love to watch it, don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But then people started to say, "Oh my God, I think you'd be so great on it. Oh my God, have you really watched it?" And I'd only watched a little bit of it. My agents, my manager, and all those people are like, "I think you should do it. I think it'd be the greatest thing for you. And here's why, X, Y, and Z." So I kept getting a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that. And listen, it's not like I will listen if it starts to make sense to me.
Right.
And I can start to go, okay, I authentically can understand that. And so, because it's won the Emmy, Alan just won, I think, his second
He did.
Emmy. So, I know how that kind of stuff works.
Yeah.
So I'm no dummy
It's a
going,
prestige reality show.
right?
Yeah.
It's different. It's a gameplay too.
And it's a game. And so I did a lot of talking and research and asking questions, and they were very open with me at Peacock, if you need to talk to us, because I wasn't sure.
Yep.
What really made me go, you know what, I'm going to do it, is that it's a game. It's not real. So you're playing a game, which again in my mind is like, I can be an actor playing a character in a sense. It doesn't have to be, like, I'm not going to go in and be mean to somebody.
Right.
No.
For real. It's a game.
You might have to be accusational. You might have to try to
Fine.
trick someone into saying something, but it's a game.
And I didn't see any cruelness or meanness in a sense that you can see it in the Housewife franchise. I didn't see it.
Interesting, because then is the gameplay taking pressure off of you as an actor to go, I don't have to worry about making good TV in the same way that I did on Housewives?
Well, unfortunately, I always worry about I always think about making.
That's not unfortunate. That's not unfortunate.
It's just what I do. You know what? It's in my mind. It isn't unfortunate, but that's how my brain works.
Yes.
It's not like I'm trying to make good TV.
The producing accusation is not correct.
Right.
But it's just, you're just thinking about how to be entertaining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm an entertainer. At the end of the day, I consider myself an entertainer.
Yes, and you are that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Yep.
So going in was terrifying. I have to be honest. It was terrifying because, number one, I'm terrible at playing games. I'm just not a good game player.
Game night is not your night.
No, I'm good at Uno. That's it.
You know?
The bar's low, guys.
It's a pretty hard game to master, but yeah, sure.
Pretty good at Uno, but that's it. So I'm not a master game player. I'm not a gamer.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is usually, the show's very stacked with gamers, and those gamers know how to game.
And this upcoming season, you look at the cast, like they did pick some fearsome Survivor
winners
players.
of Survivor.
That's
yes.
Like big time winners of Big Brother. So I think that is the part that scared me. It was like, I'm going to suck, but okay, why not? Let's go try it. And again, I always think if you can get a good piece of real estate on television,
Take it.
Take it.
you
Buy
take
it.
it. And that's what Lisa Rinna thinks like.
Yeah.
This was a great piece of real estate offered to me.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it, and I took it. That's basically it, because I know I can do something with good real estate. I can't do that much with shitty real estate, but I can do something with good real estate.
Of course. It's an investment. And honestly, you must have known Alan, right?
No.
You had never met Alan in all these years?
No.
Wow, isn't he great?
Oh,
He's
I am
delish.
so obsessed with him.
Yeah.
The best.
Talk about the most professional, most awesome performer.
Yeah.
Shows up, does his job on time. Like, wow.
Yeah.
He's like in the
deserves those
fabric
Emmys.
of that show, too.
Well, yeah, and he produces it also. So
Yeah.
it matters to him.
Yes.
I can't talk much about it. I'd love
course.
to, but I was so impressed with him.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
When we do the round table,
Sure.
when Alan comes in and it's such a big deal and they pipe it all up and they get you all going, he stands in the back the entire time, just standing there. You don't see him on camera, but sometimes that goes on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He's standing there listening. I thought that was
Well, it's
Pretty
immersive.
amazing.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he probably takes it seriously
does.
as the performer because
he
it's like
does.
he knows it's his job to. He's the master of ceremonies.
He
You mean
is.
that is, and to speak not dissimilar to his iconic role as the MC in Cabaret. He
yes.
knows what it means to set tone.
Oh, and does he set that tone, honey? And I think I felt that you have to rise to that occasion also.
Yes, yeah.
In your own way. Like everyone brings their own thing to it.
Right.
And that is what was exciting.
I mean,
thought.
I think hearing you talk about him, you would be an incredible host of a show like that.
Would be fun. It would be fun now that I've watched a great host do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because boy, does he deserve those Emmys.
Oh,
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
absolutely.
And you're in the Drag Race family. You,
yes.
You guest judged.
Early on.
What was that, like season 4?
Season 3
For 3.
Wow.
on Logo.
On Logo,
I miss it when it was on Logo. I miss
Logo.
there being a lube commercial.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like it used to really be for the
us.
community.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, nobody knew what it was.
Exactly.
And of course, I was like, you betcha I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll go to
I
the
thought
drag
it was
queen
the coolest thing
competition.
ever, but I'd never seen anything like it.
Same thing though, real estate, prime real estate on TV. And like you will do good with that real estate no matter, and like that must mean that you thought our little show was the same.
I knew it.
Very
Well,
honored.
Of course I knew it. Look it's the two of you.
Oh, stop.
No, but
Wow.
it's true. I'm no dummy that way.
Stop it.
I know those things.
You know those things. Oh, quickly I have to say,
Yes.
I caught up with Eric Nam recently, and he said that he had a fabulous time. He really likes you. I said,
Really?
how is Lisa? He said, Lisa's very good. And he was very tight-lipped about it as well. He
You
couldn't tell me
gotta
much.
be. That's part of it. Like whenever, like so.
I adore him.
He's wonderful.
I adored everybody, actually.
So
I
you
liked
know,
everybody.
It
Oh,
did
but
seem
he's
this
special.
He's
year
very special.
like a good cast because even the housewives they had chosen, I got really excited because
Yep.
there's been a couple of housewives that I've been saying for a while would be really good. You've been one of them. Candace was one of them.
Yep.
Love Candace.
Love Candace.
Just
Love
like
Candace.
there was a really good vibe and energy around it. But I just wanted to ask because another big opportunity with this show is the fashion. And now you are, an icon in this regard. So how long were you planning looks? How long did you have to plan looks?
I had a while.
Yeah.
I had a while. I thought about it for a long time because so you've got Alan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alan is the king of the looks.
Absolutely.
He's it.
Yeah.
So I thought long and hard about it. I could have brought fashion Rinna in. I could have brought couture Rinna in. I could have brought all of that. I didn't bring any of that in.
Okay.
Wow.
I guess we have to split.
Well, you're going to have to wait and see. You're going to have to wait and see. It's like a vibe that I put together or that we put together that just felt like it worked. We had a fitting. And we just tried all this stuff on, and we just created outfits, and we created a vibe. There is a Traitors vibe.
A mood board.
I'm
Sure.
so
Yeah.
And it's
excited.
nothing that you've ever seen.
Wow.
Oh, that's so exciting. I mean, so I have to imagine that you and your stylist, it must be the most fun.
It's the most fun. I love fashion and expressing myself that way more than anything besides acting.
Yeah.
Because I can play characters. I can have so much fun, and I'm not afraid. I'm really not afraid in fashion. And I don't know where that comes from. I really don't know why I take the risks that I do, much more than most women would do, especially even most women at my age. They just don't, they do the same thing.
They don't embody something different.
Well, they're afraid.
Right.
It's fear. It's safer to like stay in your safe, lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. I want to just blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
I want to do everything. And I've had the time of my life. So it's fun every time. It's different. It's just different every time.
But you can tell you're having fun.
So
Were you
love
like
it.
that in high school? What was your like sartorial vibe in like
All right.
high school and being a young person?
I wanted so badly to be that in high school, but I grew up in a very, very small town in Medford, Oregon, and I was vilified for doing it. Like I did it one time and I was so bullied that I was scared to death to do it again. So I went back to like my, short shorts and
Do you remember
t-shirt.
what it was you wore?
I know
that-
exactly.
What was it?
All right, I got my first Vogue magazine at 16. I forget who was on the cover. I should remember that. But there was a picture inside, a girl wearing a sweater dress, a burgundy sweater dress, buttons down the back. I don't think anyone had ever seen that.
Sure.
Brown suede pumps.
Yeah.
Back in 19, you guys, this
Blah,
is
blah,
in the
blah, blah,
80s,
blah.
80s,
Yeah.
80s, 80s.
Uh-huh.
I wore that. I went down to San Francisco. We went shopping. I literally found that outfit. I wore it, and no, ma'am. Never again.
So
Because they were threatened.
Well, they were scared. They didn't know. I mean, I look like a freak to them.
Because if she's rolling the dice, I might have to roll the dice, and I'm not ready to roll the dice.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Whatever it was too soon, too early, too much. But it started then. It started even maybe before that, I think.
So then you withdraw
I
into
withdrew.
what's safe.
Yes.
At what point do you venture back out?
Well, let's see. Not too far from now. I mean, it
Yeah.
hasn't been that, think about it. Housewives, I was still pretty safe. In Housewives, I started with the wigs and wearing some.
Because
There's a
it
look.
started to
There's a
change
housewife
while you
look.
were on it.
Yes.
It did start to become, we're bringing
Yes.
glam on vacation.
Well, Erica Jane showed up.
Definitely
Sure.
that.
Once Erica showed up, we were like, oh, and then Dorit shows up, and we were like, oh.
Yeah. You can't.
They forced us. They
Yeah.
forced all of us to step up.
Sure.
That's when it happened.
It affected all the franchises,
It
too.
did.
Yeah.
It really did. So then my eyes opened up, and I thought, oh. And then I started wearing wig, and then forget it. Then it was just like, this is way more fun than doing the same thing I've always done.
You have one of the best faces for wigs ever.
You think?
You transform.
Well, thank
It's
you.
like, I'm always gonna be on record saying I have one of the worst because it's still me. I think you can still tell that it's me.
It works though really well.
Wow.
It does,
I know.
and you know what?
It
The thing about
does.
Bowen Yang wearing a wig and especially a mustache is a
mustache transforms me.
No,
I do
it
love
does. You,
mustache.
Truly.
you become sort of Dom Top Bowen with
Sure,
a mustache, which we all appreciate.
Wait,
but
say that again. Dom
Top Bowen.
Dom Top Bowen.
Not
I get
usually.
It. I got it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had to slow it down.
You've been
a
Him
doing
with
little
a
it
bit.
Dom
mustache is really a vibe.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yes.
but
But basically, like the wig of it all, like does do, it
And
looks
doesn't
it looks
it
really
change
good
you
for
when you look like that? Does it change you?
slightly. But I'm saying there is something transformative with
I know.
you.
Yeah, it's true. I agree.
You know?
I agree. I look at myself like, who is that? Which I love.
Yes.
I love, because I want to be more than one Lisa Rinna. There should be many.
Yeah.
There should be.
And there are.
Right? And there are.
Yeah.
Like, they're all over the place. You can pick which one you want.
Even M&M, for Christ's sake.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of characters, we were so excited when we found out what the culture that made you say culture was for you was. We found out in advance this time. So now we'll put it to you and we'll get into it. Lisa Rinna, what was the culture that made you say culture was for you?
Dynasty.
And
It's such a perfect
Dynasty.
answer. Yeah.
Dynasty.
And can I say that answer ties together everything about you?
All
Doesn't
of
it?
All of it.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Right there.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. I absolutely do. That changed my life.
Soaps, fashion, like being a like housewife, quote unquote.
Fighting,
You know what I mean? Yep.
cat fighting.
Tactile.
All of it. Who knew that was going to even be my destiny when I was watching it? Think about it.
But to talk us through the encounter with it at first, whatever memories you have of just like tuning into that show.
I remember it was so life-altering.
Yeah.
Coming from this small town in Medford, Oregon, and seeing these iconic women,
And the glamour.
Crystal and Alexis.
Yep.
Alexis.
Yes.
I was going to say Alexa too.
Yeah.
Crystal.
Dominique
Dominique
Devereaux.
Come on.
Diane Carroll.
It was just so visually exciting, and then what they got to do and the emotions and everything they were as women. We'd never seen anything like it. I'd never seen
Of course.
Yeah.
It felt like this like operatic thing where you had like Alexis standing on a balcony like showing the fucking documents, you know? Or was like Alexis and
The documents,
or Alexis and Diane Carroll like saying, "Oh, champagne is burnt."
The champagne is
like
burnt.
it's so
Must've been burned in the bottle.
sumptuous. It's been frozen
And
in
the
bottle.
outfits, the glam, like we
Yeah.
had never seen anything like it, and it embodied such fabulousness
Right.
that it was an escape, it was a challenge, it was life.
And you knew it was a heightened reality that it was not on this planet because, I'm going to say, as someone who grew up there, it took place in Denver.
That's right, because it took place in Denver.
And no one in Denver looked like that.
Of course.
No one had hair of that.
But here's what I'll say: when you don't know, you believe it.
You believe it.
When they say
Isn't that
Denver,
true?
because I'm from Long Island, I didn't know anything about Denver really until we met. You just bought that as a glamorous place. I think because you see the mountains in your mind's eye. You know what I mean? It's like you
think
sort of
it's-
think of it as Colorado.
Right, and
you know?
then if you thought Aspen, but we didn't even know what Aspen was then.
But it wasn't even.
then.
If it took place in Aspen, then I would have believed
They
it.
get a lot of real estate from, I think, people not knowing the difference between Denver and Aspen.
I think so too.
I think.
And leave it to Aaron Spelling. I mean, really? Come on. Look what he's given us.
But so then, like, when you, and I just keep going back to this quote because I think it is really defining for you in a way that is powerful. Like, when you think of making good TV, like that's what you think of. You think of Dynasty because that is the formative television for you.
And it's also what I want to see, I think.
Yes.
You know, deep down, I want to see another Dynasty. Like, that's the escapism that I think if Housewives can get back to that, it's become a little bit mean.
Sure.
Well, do you know when it got closest in recent memory? And we talk about this scene all the time. Is when you and Denise sat down at the end of that season. And I know this was a tough season, and I know that like this is probably a relationship that was meaningful to you at one point, and that makes it hard.
Hard.
But you guys really knew what your assignment was
On that
when you sat
couch.
down on that couch and she said, "You're playing dirty," and you said, "Ooh, you're so angry." I mean, just the two of you were doing that. And as
We
viewers,
were. It's true.
Yeah.
that must have been a weird thing because it's like here you are and she's obviously like, you know, has a storied career in her own right and like came from, you know, similar projects, and then you're both on this show. It's a different vibe, it's a different flavor, but you're sitting there and you're on this couch and you guys are both looking incredible and you're looking each other in the eyes and you're doing this chess game. And so it's like you getting to actualize this thing, but it's also personal.
Exactly. Which
Yeah.
made it so difficult.
Complicated.
Super complicated. It's one thing if you're playing a character. You can go home. I was home, so I couldn't go home. I was sitting in my living room. But you know, that's what was so complicated. And that scene went on for a good 2.5 hours.
Right.
You saw how much of it?
Yeah.
I don't even know. really, really complicated. You know, I wouldn't wish working with any of my friends again.
Yeah.
In a situation like that.
Right.
Because I don't think it behooves anyone. It didn't serve any of us.
Right.
I don't think.
Ultimately, no.
Ultimately, no. It's better if you don't know people.
Yes.
But of course, they want you to know people. So I feel that that's sad that we get into that situation on that show. And again, I go to, you know, I know how to make a good show, and that's I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And then if your friendship gets in the way of that, which you've seen mine has a few times, it's just really sad.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
at the end of the day.
I mean, this is where like the boundaries start to, you know, be so undefined. But the corollary to that is that you are able to have this beautiful, loving, wonderfully collaborative relationship with Harry now,
Well,
where you
thank
guys have a
God.
podcast. Like,
Yeah.
but that's how you know. Like, it's not. There's no mechanism that's like flawed within you. It's like you know how to have a meaningful, loving relationship with someone that you work with.
Yes.
With Harry.
Yes, and it's just it's disappointing when that doesn't work out, but that's life, baby.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't.
And you can never be in someone's head. Like I always sometimes think like, oh, I wonder if they walked away from that scene thinking, well, we just nailed that, even though whatever. But like,
it definitely wasn't that.
Yeah,
I
no.
tell you that.
Well, also, and then obviously over time things reveal themselves, and
Yeah.
it's like you never really do know what people are going through, which is you know, a sad reality about all of that. But
Yeah, truly.
what I love about you and Harry's relationship is that it feels incredibly authentic through the screen and now also on the podcast.
Good.
Because on the podcast you can just listen. I listened to the episode when you had just come back from Traitors, and I was like listening, and I was like, I don't know this to be true, but I was like, I bet she's not telling him what happened like even behind closed doors.
Oh, not at that point. He hadn't heard the
Anything.
whole. Like you have to be careful too.
Yeah, of
course.
Like how much, because he watches it also, because he doesn't want to hear about everything.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't translate.
Yeah.
It doesn't translate very well when you're not there, when your partner's not there, and you've gone through a really intense experience, because it's intense.
Yeah.
I think anybody that you talk to that's gone
You
to
said
play
on that episode
game,
it was the hardest thing you've done.
Can you believe that? It's challenging.
Yeah.
It's super, super, super challenging, I would
Yes.
say, for me.
I feel like the Traitors is like it's gonna be so exciting, and I'm just like so excited for it. But just to talk about the podcast a little bit more, because I really do feel like you and Harry are like such a stand the test of time thing. And what I really love about you guys is it does feel like still to this day you're like into each other.
Yeah, I would say we are. I would say after 33 years. Isn't that crazy?
Was it always? What was the vibe at first? Because he's Harry Hamlin.
I mean, he's Harry Hamlin. He was Harry Hamlin at first, and I was just starting, and so I was a little bit starstruck when I first met him.
Well, of course.
You know, it was like, it's Harry Hamlin.
Yeah.
I think
my
people of our
God.
generation don't really understand
that Harry
that he
Hamlin
was
was a
like
big
He was a big deal.
he was
when I
like
met him.
he was like a Brad Pitt-ish type.
Yeah, I mean, he was on a huge show that was watched by 30 million people. You know, LA Law was watched by 30 million people. There were 3 networks at the time.
Yeah.
So it was this huge show. He'd been the sexiest man alive. He'd been in Clash of the Titans. He was really a big deal. And I was just like, oh, no. I just didn't even see myself in that position at all. So it took a minute. And he had just been divorced.
Right.
He's just getting divorced. So that's not a real like, ooh, yeah, I want that.
Sure. So then
I
what
was scared of it.
what was like the initial sort of like
The courtship.
the courtship?
Well, it was all fucked up, really. That's why it's so interesting that we ended up staying together, because it wasn't like love at first sight. It wasn't like, it was complicated.
Fraught. It was fraught.
It was fraught. And it took time. I mean, we didn't get married for 5.5 years.
Now, is that because it was happening at a bizarre time in Hollywood? Is this like small town? You know what I mean?
It was just he was fucked up from
From the marriage.
marriage. He had
Yeah.
just gotten out of it. Timing wasn't great. I mean, he'd been married twice. He didn't want to get married again.
Right.
Like, I wasn't the stereotypical mother archetype
Sure.
that he usually would go for. So
Got
at
it.
first he was like, well, you're not what I'm used to. So it was challenging. We did not come right together. We fell in love. It took time. We became friends first. Like, he tried to get me to go to Aspen for Christmas, and I said no.
Yeah.
I was like,
Too serious.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home to my parents in Oregon.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. I mean, most women would go to Aspen with
Harry
Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Like, it could have been good for me in a sense.
I bet that made him want you more.
Maybe. I don't know, but it was authentic to me. It was just like, ew, I don't really know this guy. I mean, he was cute. He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But yet, I was leery at first. I
Leery
was a
is a
little.
great word.
He drove a Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a little too, like.
Ostentatious, maybe?
Well, he was slick and he was gorgeous, and he
Yeah.
was a big star at the time, and I just wasn't used to it. I was just like, I don't know. And then I got to know him. He called me every day for 2 weeks while he was in Aspen.
Wow.
And that's when I got to know him and thought, this is a really good guy.
I guess this is what we're asking. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the beginnings of it, obviously tumultuous, but when you're talking about then we fell in love, what was that? Like, it was the calling every day from Aspen. Like, how did you get to know each other? Because that's what like laid the foundation for all this.
That's it. Talking on the phone, because we didn't have anything else. You just had the phone.
Yeah.
There were no cell phones. There was none of that. You just talked. We would call me and we would talk, and we got to know each other over a 2-week period. I think he called every day. God love him.
Yeah,
And
committed.
then when he came back, he asked me out to dinner, and I said yes. And then it just blossomed from there because there was a sense of connection over I like who you are, and I think he felt the same about me. You'd have to ask him. And so it blossomed from that. Now, yes, he's always been hot, and that's always helpful.
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
have
yeah.
two people that are attracted
when
physically.
chemicals react.
It's helpful because down the line, you know, that's the first thing, you start to devalue people. That's what happens in a relationship.
Sure.
It's very easy to do. They bug me. This is, you know, and so we're very cognizant of that also.
Yeah.
Like if that starts to feel like it's happening,
Yeah.
we'll go to therapy.
Yeah.
We work on it because it's not easy.
Yeah.
Do you do therapy as like upkeep, or do you do regular therapy?
Both, depending. Like right now we're in therapy
Great.
because I just feel we both were like, let's do it right now. We've
Yeah.
kind of grown in separate directions, doing a lot of things. We need to come back together.
Yep.
So helpful.
And
And,
I would
we're
im-
not afraid to do that.
Yeah, I would imagine too that it's also like when your kids not only grow up but become super successful and busy, like
Then you're
that-
empty nesters too.
You're not only empty nesters, but also like empty nesters, and like they're
Now
out
what?
there doing
yeah.
it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They're doing it. Thank God.
Yeah,
They're out there
in
doing
a
it.
major way.
They are, and we're so proud. I mean, it's, you know, listen, that's what we are the most proud of is that I think that whatever we did, because, you know, as a parent, you don't know what you're doing. You really don't.
Yeah.
You just do the best you can to be there for your children and give them the best upbringing that you can. But you don't, I mean, come on, our parents, who knew what they were doing? Seriously. Like, we're all lucky to still
God
be alive.
love 'em.
It's
and
kind
be
of
here.
interesting
God love them,
when
right?
you do realize that at some point. I think now I'm my dad's age when he had me, and I was like, that's interesting. Thinking about myself having a kid right now,
So
much
sympathy for them.
and a partner
Right?
that's
Yep.
like, you know, of someone that it's
Think about it. Like, God love them. God bless them and God love them.
Yeah.
And then listen, we have to figure out what happened to us. And then God forbid what those poor kids are going to have to go through in their own therapy, how we have, you know, helped them, but how also we have given them, you know, bad habits. Who knows? It happens with everybody. But both of us, Harry and myself, feel that whatever we did, because we really don't know what we did, we turned out some good humans.
yeah.
Good human beings, kind, compassionate, good girls. And I'm very proud of that.
Do they remain really close?
They do now. They weren't for a minute. Those
Yeah.
girls can fight, you know.
Yeah.
Girls can love and then hate each other.
Because what's the
yeah,
age
yeah.
difference again?
3 years.
Yeah, it's just that Goldilocks zone where like they'll love each other forever, but
And then-
also
we went through a couple years and woo,
Yeah.
very uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
now they're very close back together. But they're sisters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But super supportive of each other in this business that they're both in, which can be very tricky.
Yeah.
Is it still very, very competitive?
Hell yes, more than ever.
I guess
It's-
I never really, that world is still a
so
mystery to
foreign.
me.
Yeah.
Well, it's foreign to me too, to be honest with you.
You
I
wouldn't
mean,
even think that. I
It
feel like
is,
it
though.
fits you like a glove.
Well, I love it, and I just jumped right into it, of course, to kind of watch it all and
Yeah.
manage it all, but I don't know that world. It's a vicious world, actually. It is
Vicious.
a vicious, and it's about how you look, honey. Period.
Yeah, period.
But at the end of the day, it is about who you are. It is about your personality. Yeah. It is how you work with people and how well you work with people. Because if you're to choose from, 10 gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous women, do you want to work with a cunt?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that, but I just did. Do you want to work with a cunt, or you want to work with somebody who's really cool and game and kind?
There you go.
So...
And sometimes it's funny too, like when you I've been watching there's the new documentary on HBO Max about supermodels, and
which one?
There's one with Isabella Rossellini, actually.
How come I have not seen this?
Paulina Poroscova, I believe, is on it. It's got Jerry Hall.
I want to see it.
Yeah, it's good. It's really talking a lot about the aesthetic changing. Like it's like from when modeling kind of started, like in the 40s, when it was really just like women, trying on clothes just so the clothes could be seen, just to showcase,
right.
And then it became more about like attitude, energy, vibe,
the lifestyle,
right?
Yes, individuality in terms of the way you present the clothing, which leads into the Victoria's Secret of it all, and like the etc. But it's just really interesting how personality, like with Naomi Campbell, she has her reputation as being someone that's like always late, a diva, gonna throw something. But then it can't really be true because she's had the most lasting career of almost anyone in all of the entertainment industry.
Right.
I know.
So it's like...
I know. It's really interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I have to say.
But I think for you get to enter this space with ease, I would say, because you have a point of view already, and the reason we all love fashion as actors is because you are playing a character.
Again,
not all the models understand that you have to find a way in that way.
Yes.
It might not be playing a character, but you already have a built-in mechanism to be like, I'm gonna put the clothes on, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be Pedro Pascal in a protective belt t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
To bring
what was your favorite of the looks to wear at the Culture Awards?
So hard to choose because I loved every single one of them.
Besides your own that you
Besides the one that you wanted.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Archival Schiaparelli?
No.
Or something?
You wore Schiaparelli on the carpet.
I did some
which was
random.
a gag.
Yes. Oh,
It's a name I couldn't even tell you right now.
Stunning.
It's
so good.
so fun, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that
so
was
funny.
great.
Schiaparelli was on the red carpet.
Yeah,
that
which we loved.
I love it. I think Pedro was my favorite at the end of the day. I do. I mean, I love Timothy also because
Yeah, you did great.
It was so fun to embody the vibe that I thought was him.
You nailed it.
I had so much fun. I went for it. I did. I was like, I'm going to be these characters. It was so funny backstage getting ready because I was very particular. It had to look a certain way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they wanted to throw like this kind of strange goatee on me. And I was like, no, it's not right.
Yeah.
And so I ended up drawing on the one for Timothy because his was pretty sparse.
Yeah.
And the one they had was thick. And I was like, no. And the makeup artist didn't want to hand me the pencil. And I was like, no, you have to just let me do it. And I just did it. And then it worked out. I had to do it had to be perfect.
Well, yeah.
In my mind.
You have to subconsciously feel comfortable in that.
That's right. Otherwise, you can't come out as fully as you want.
did.
I remember like we were like putting it together, and it was in the script that the first one was going to be Demi Moore's yellow coat and the substance. And I remember you came out looking so exactly like her. I was like, is this the right first one? Because it looks like Demi. I was like, are people going to know that's Lisa Rinna?
That's
and
it
so
for me right there.
That I was like, should we switch it or should we have her come out like so that people can really establish that it's Lisa Rinna?
No.
Because the Culture Awards is so, and I say this with love for us, it's so dumb that like it's like.
It's so fun.
Anything
so
could have
fun.
been anything could have been a joke at any time.
Yes.
So I was like, are people gonna think that's Demi? Because it looks like Demi.
Right.
But then, like, honestly, I'm so happy because it landed perfect.
It just worked. I'm telling you.
And it established what the joke was.
It did. It just worked.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I didn't know what I was going to be doing. Right. And then I went to go do Traitors. And then
you had just come back from Traitors.
I'd just come back. And when I'd come back, they told me what I was doing. So when I went, I knew I was going to be doing, but I didn't know till I came back. And I'll never forget getting the visuals and screaming out loud. I was so excited. It was one of the first things. And I was like, oh, this is like a dream come true. I loved it so much. And of course, Demi was the first image.
It was actually in our. Do you know Demi?
I know her. Yes,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know her.
She posted it.
super well.
She
I know
reposted
she
it.
did. I
Yeah.
know she did.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Come on, when that happens, you go, okay.
Yeah,
that
thank
worked.
God.
And then Pedro commented on the Pedro one too.
He certainly did.
He did? I didn't
Yes,
see
he
that.
Pedro saw the Pedro one.
No, he did. Oh, it's such a thrill.
Still waiting for comment from Timothy.
Timothy and Hot
Where
Girl
you
getting
at?
coffee.
And the hitting hot girl
Hot
getting
girl
coffee
getting
in just
coffee.
sweatpants.
This was freedom, honey. I could just go and play.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will say the only thing that was cut out after some pushback was you in the Pedro outfit kissing Andy Cohen.
I know.
And that was a
I
special
know.
moment that we got on camera,
I
but
know.
unfortunately we had to lose from the broadcast.
I know.
But it was a very important
It was
moment.
literally
I
just
know.
like a banner had to be there.
I know.
We had to sell Casamigos at the end of the day.
I know. Listen, everything happens for a reason, and at the end of the day, I was okay with it all because I did it there. Like
Yes.
we had that moment. It was kind of a nice power play switch that I came up with at the very. I don't even know how I came up
Perfect.
with that at the last minute.
I loved it.
I loved it.
How are
It
you
was-
and Andy now?
We're good.
You're good?
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been good with Andy. I'm good. You're good, and then you're not good, and you're good. I've always been pretty good with Andy.
Great.
Like I'm not afraid to say, you know what? I didn't like that you just said that to me on your show that we just did on your radio show, and he'll be like, oh, I thought you really liked that, and I was like, no, I didn't, and here's why. Or he'll say to me something, criticism, and I'll take it, and I'll be like, you're right. So we have that relationship.
Conflict and resolution. But
Well,
that's something that you learned from the show.
I certainly did.
And that's something that you can both handle as adults.
I think so. And Andy and I think, always have been in on the joke in a sense.
Yeah.
I have respect for him, and I think he has respect for me. And so we have
Definitely.
that mutual respect that pre-succeeds, or what's the word?
Precedes
Precedes.
or supersedes.
Supersedes, that's the word. Supersedes all the bullshit, because
Yeah.
the rest of it's all bullshit at the end of
Totally.
the day anyway.
Yeah.
How
It's
about
a long
that?
life. It's a long life. You know what I mean? It's like
It is, hopefully.
you're gonna see him at like your daughter's wedding or something.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
if he's lucky, no.
I feel like, but I also feel like the thing with like your relationship with him too, and I feel like you and like the whole Housewives of it all, which is why the Bravo thing with the Culture Awards felt so good, is because it does feel like you're done with all of that, and it feels like something that's like in your past is a completed thing, at least being a housewife.
Well, yes,
you know, and
yes,
and I
yes.
feel like there's this oftentimes this idea from the fan community, which is like, oh, they want to come back, or they must want to come back, like as if it can't be a conscious choice to leave that show. But I feel like with you've shown that, like, and obviously from being such an industry figure for such a long time, like, this was a chapter, it had its ups and downs, and that is going to be what it is, and it's learned from, and now you're moving forward. And I feel like a lot of the fan community almost doesn't know what to do with the fact that someone might not want to come back and be a real housewife.
True. It's true. And, I have great affection, even though it's a difficult show to do. I have great affection for those 8 years and what it brought to me and what it brought to my career, and how now, which is very interesting, I'm doing like endorsements and things that have to do with the things that I said on that show that became moments.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Like it just keeps moving on because people enjoyed that. They like those moments. They get a kick out of it. They're entertained by it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it was a great thing.
It was the investment. It was the real estate. You took your time in that lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it runs its course, I think, for everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it's gonna there'll come a day for everyone, even for Kyle Richards. Do you know what I mean? When you've been on from the beginning, where you have to make the decision.
Yeah.
Do I continue, or do I take a risk and go out there? It's very hard for most housewives to do that.
Yeah.
Because it is a steady gig.
Yeah.
That's the thing too, is it's work, and
It's a check, honey.
Yeah.
It's structure. you I know what my fall's going to look like because I've been doing this every year.
Right? And
Yeah.
there's something really comforting and also challenging if you've
Yeah.
been doing it for a long time, to get excited about it. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't
Fabulous.
change a thing. I would do it again. Well, I wouldn't do it again right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's part of my history. It's part of, just like Veronica Mars.
Yes.
Just like Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives.
Days,
Like,
yeah.
everything I've done has brought me here, and it's exciting to see what's next. You know,
we're talking about this with our other guests, but it's like the through line comes into view after the fact, which is always weird.
It really does, isn't it
So
true?
Dynasty is like the perfect origin spot for you, where it all connects to everything that comes after. I will say, just before we do anything, Sony, I will bring it back to our first meeting, which was I was in.
Yes, we must.
Oh, this was great.
We must.
It was intermission for Sweeney Todd.
I remember like it was yesterday.
Like it was yesterday. I was waiting for my friend Hunter, and I was just like on my phone, just like downstairs in the bathroom. And
waiting in line. We were in the line, or I'd come out of the bathroom.
You would come out. We were. I was waiting, and then you would come out of the bathroom, and then I get a tap on my shoulder, and I look up, and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be someone maybe wanting a picture or something. I look up, and my jaw dropped. It was Lisa looking so chic in a Prada bucket hat. Big shades, huge coverage shades, looking stunning.
Oh my God, no, I was literally in my like dressed down. I'm going to the theater, you know.
You're wearing Prada. You're dressed down with wearing Prada. And I was like, oh, I'm just such a fan, and I just love you so much. Oh my God. I remember it like it was yesterday. And
so do I.
Anyway, it was just
to see you and to meet you in person.
Oh, come on.
I'm such a huge fan. Are you kidding? You're a genius.
Stop it, Lisa.
You are.
Stop.
I was like, oh my God, I'm meeting Bowen.
Oh
my God. So we had the same moment.
And so I wanted to, and because you're a fan of theater.
I love it.
I think we got to see you back on the boards again sometime.
Yeah, well, can we see you back on the boards?
Yeah, you know what I thought of the other day? I'm not sure I could do it. I'm not sure it would even be in my capacity at this point. But you know what came up? The MC in Cabaret, which is usually played by a man.
How did it come up?
I don't know. It just popped into my head.
Oh, that it would be cool for you to do.
Yes.
Someone was talking about like the different ways in which you can take that role, and someone said that it wouldn't be out of a question for a woman to do it. And I was like, that would be really interesting. I think there was even someone who said they wanted to do it, and then they ended up playing Sally Bowles. I'm losing it right now.
I mean, not to put this out there and like put pressure on anybody, but Lisa Rinna as Mary Todd Lincoln.
Oh, that would be insane. Have you seen Oh Mary?
Have I seen it? Are you kidding? I hadn't thought of that.
That would be a pretty good fit.
I love it.
Oh my God, it really could, but it's a hard role, isn't it?
I think you could do it.
Really hard.
You memorize 40 pages of dialogue a day on days of our lives.
Oh my God, will I be going back to Broadway? I might be. I just might be.
This was the origin.
Oh, it always starts somewhere.
It starts somewhere.
That's not a bad idea.
Maybe. I don't know.
You never know. Let's put it out there. You never, ever know.
Cole, if you're listening.
But you know.
They don't cast it.
They don't cast it.
I'm sure they have a heavy hand in deciding.
Anything else to talk about before we do other things?
I'm trying to think. Do you want to say anything you want to say about Veronica Mars?
Oh my God! What a stacked show between obviously Kristen
gave birth to Kristen Bell,
Amanda Seyfried's first role after Mean Girls,
and Harry kills her.
Yeah,
Harry kills her.
Harry kills her.
Harry kills her.
So Veronica Mars, like you probably have like I would imagine that like you get people coming up and here they come and you can imagine what they're gonna say, and then when they say Veronica Mars, that has to be a special like. Oh.
I like that one. Yeah. I like the Veronica Mars and the Entourage.
Oh, see, we're Entourage. We're not Entourage
you have
guys,
to see,
are we?
I used to watch Entourage every now and then.
You have to somehow YouTube it and see it. It's really funny.
Probably HBO Max has it.
Probably, definitely.
You have to see it. It's not a big. It's not huge. It's memorable though. It's a memorable.
Of course it is.
It's a memorable episode for sure. I will say I get to be really sassy.
You're proud of it.
Oh, are you kidding? I just had Amelia. I can't remember how old she was, but she was very young. And my agent at the time was like, "You have to do this," and it's really nasty and quite saucy and all of it. And I was a new mother, and I was like, I can't do this. There's no way. I mean, now of course I wouldn't. I'd be like, fine, give it to me.
Let's go.
But at that time, I was like, I just can't do this. It's like I'm too vulnerable. He's like, you're doing it. I don't care what you say. It's Entourage, and you're doing it. And so I did it.
Wow.
It's fine.
I got to do the rewatch.
It's really great. You got to see it.
So that was
really
around
funny.
the time when like we had HBO on demand when I was younger, and I remember my parents would leave. My parents would leave, and like I would like mainline Sex and the City.
Right.
And then Entourage was kind of like Sex and the City for boys.
Yeah, it was.
So clearly I was not that into it. I was like, I want to watch this other thing, but I peeked in on some episodes. I used to think. Kevin Connolly was hot.
They were all pretty good
Yeah,
looking.
they were
and they were so nice. It was
Yeah.
great. It was fun. It's super raunchy.
Oh wait, this
It's super
actually reminds me of a really good I Don't Think So Honey that I could do.
great.
Okay, so
I think it's time.
We're transitioning
right.
into
Yeah.
I Don't Think So Honey.
Yeah.
This is our 1 minute segment where we take that long to absolutely tear something up in culture. Mine, it's a throwback, but it's relevant.
Okay. This is Matt Rogers. I Don't Think So Honey's time starts now.
I Don't Think So Honey. Years ago, my parents took me to Los Angeles, California after I graduated college. I had never been there before, and we went on a celebrity homes tour in one of those Jeep safaris. And the guy was from New Zealand, and he was riding us down by the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Yes.
And I don't think so, honey, that he almost killed me and my family trying to track down Adrian Grenier. He said, "It's Adrian Grenier from Entourage," and this is my sort of New
Step
Zealand
on it.
accent, and he gunned it as hard as he
30
could,
seconds.
flying through. He literally pulled up next to this car. It was not Adrian Grenier.
No.
So what I want to say is, I don't think so, honey, to any of these people out there on the roads with families of 4 in the back. They don't know who Adrian Grenier is. Okay, first I want to say that. Second of all, you can't kill me trying to see Adrian Grenier. You can kill me trying to run down and see, like, I don't know, at the time, like, he was like Justin Bieber. It was all about Bieber.
It was about Bieber.
Sure, I can't die trying to track down Adrian Grenier from Entourage, not with my one precious life.
Real or fake, and that's 1 minute.
I'll never forget it, my first trip to Hollywood.
Wow. So did you buy the map?
We did the whole thing. It was, I'm telling you, we did that. You know those tacky, like, safari Jeep cars. We got in one. I was mortified because I was like, oh God, like me thinking at some point maybe I'll be one of these people. Like I wouldn't want to like hand them down. My parents wanted to go. And actually, it was kind of interesting. We rolled
I'm
in. This
sure.
is Christina Aguilera's house. It used to be Ozzy Osbourne's house. Like, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Then when we almost died,
You were like,
I
I'm
was
out.
like, get me out of here. And the guy wasn't even Adrian Grenier.
Gosh.
But Matt Rogers, almost died in a car trying to find.
And we're so happy you've lived.
Yeah. And
I
that was a
survived.
really good full circle to bring that together with the entourage.
Entourage,
Very good.
Hollywood,
Yes.
bringing back the
Very,
years,
very good.
Very good.
paparazzi culture.
I've got a bit of a throwback as well.
Okay.
This is a hard one, by the way, you guys.
No, it's very hard, especially when we've
Speak from the heart.
So
This was hard.
oftentimes we'll do like 2 or 3 in a day, and it becomes really difficult.
Yeah,
like,
we're really
but
scraping
we
the bottom.
ultimately you do, I find, always have something to complain about.
I think you do.
All right, so this is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey, that they have since closed the restaurant where the Amsterdam trip happened
true.
on the Beverly Hills episode. That is a
tried to
historical
go.
site that is next to another historical site, which is the Anne Frank house. But anyone who goes to Amsterdam now cannot go to the site of the restaurant where Lisa Rinna broke the glass and waved it in front of Kim Richards' face.
And Kyle fled.
And we need to reenact the Kyle fleeing scene when you're in Amsterdam. That's like what we as gay men want to do in
30
this day and age.
seconds, it's
But we
true.
can't do it anymore. And now you go to the Anne Frank house. It's a bunch of teens with their little hoverboards loitering by the river. It could have been overrun with gay men and gorgeous women wanting to see that
15 seconds.
historic site, that amazing moment in Housewives history. It's just gone now. We need to commemorate and landmark these places, or else we will lose history.
5 seconds.
And history is the only thing that we have, or else it will repeat itself or rhyme.
And that's 1 minute.
Wow.
It's closed.
I know.
Closed. I'm sure you've heard
It's a shame.
this. It's a
I
shame.
have.
You used to be able to do Anne Frank house and that in one day. And now you can't.
And now you can't.
And now you can't.
I have people sending me like the area
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yes.
it is, but it's not there.
It's not
But
there.
It's the area or something else is there now. I know they're sending it.
Have you seen the like ASMR whispered
Oh, God.
version
I've
of it?
seen it and heard it
Kyle,
all.
genius. Oh,
It's
he's
so
so good.
genius. It is
so
one of
good.
the funniest. You know, I enjoy these things. I will never not enjoy this. It is so
good.
funny to me. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
It is some of the greatest television ever made that
Yes.
we didn't even know we were making.
Oh.
She does support
You guys, it was 5 minutes. We sat down. It happened 5 minutes later. You don't know that.
So wait, that was a quick scene?
No, we came into this restaurant to sit down. You would think that we had been sitting there for a long
hours,
time, got your drinks. We sat down, and 5 minutes later, that happened.
But that's the editing, because they cut to all the talking heads, they cut to the confessionals.
We sit down, and boom, the whole conversation starts. I mean, it took a minute to get to the glass part.
Sure.
But we didn't have drinks even. I mean, I think they brought them as we were talking. You didn't see them.
Yeah.
But when I sat down, 5 minutes later, that whole conversation started, and I would probably say 10 more minutes in, so 15 more minutes, I was across the table.
Wow.
I always wonder, like, do they take your food order beforehand?
They do now.
They do now.
They didn't then.
Okay.
They used to take it like a couple days before.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think food ever came at that point.
No,
like
it didn't
that
seem like
year
it
of the
did.
show, you never ate.
Yeah.
There's no food gift. Like there might be food, but you're lucky. Hence the, most of the drinking.
There you
I
go.
hadn't even had a glass of wine.
Wow.
I was not drunk.
But they worked you up. Kim worked you up.
Oh, it didn't take long. It was already building, though. You
Yeah.
know, it's the kind of thing that, she was vibing me on the plane.
Yeah.
We already had, really, it was bubbling.
That's right.
And I'll never forget, because she's, right here.
Yep.
She's pretty far.
Let's not
And
talk about the husband.
when she started in on that, I was already, and you're jet lagged.
Of course.
You're jet lagged. I'm not going to blame it on that, but you're jet lagged and you're not at your, best. But I'll never forget her just poking and me thinking to myself, okay, that's it. And I remember flying across the table and stopping myself mid lunge.
Yeah.
And this is what I said, and most people have never heard this. I said to myself, if you touch her, you're going to jail in Amsterdam. You're in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Remember
And
that
so
part.
then I pull back, and I had so much rage that I picked up the glass and smashed it.
Yeah.
Good TV.
Did you just see her at Alexia's wedding?
Nope, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there.
No. But I've seen her, and we have, worked through...
Good.
I've worked through most of it with most of them because
Yeah.
you have to. I don't want to carry that.
You're a human being.
We're all humans. We were doing the best we could at the time, whatever. But I've already had that. I've worked through it with Kathy Hilton. All is fine.
It feels like that must have gotten calmer because it all calmed down between Kathy and Kyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where it all began.
So
it all began there.
Are you okay with Garcelle, or is that kind of in the past too now?
Who?
Oh, here we go. This is Lisa Rinna. Do you have something?
I said almost everyone.
Yeah, almost everyone.
I mean, she's fine.
Yeah, I felt really sad about this.
I know.
The Sutton and Garcelle of it all at the end there. That didn't feel great.
Two people I knew before. See, it never works when I know you.
When you know them before.
Think about it. Denise, Sutton, Garcelle.
That's a bummer.
Didn't work with the people that I actually knew, and I
Sure.
didn't. Well, I knew Kyle before, so
Yeah.
that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are exceptions.
I'm gonna try one.
Okay.
I don't know if
You're going to do great.
I don't know if I actually have it, but since we're on Amsterdam, I'm gonna go down a road there.
Okay, let's go.
All right,
Okay?
This
I'm
is
gonna try it. And what do I say first?
You say, I don't think so, honey, and then
Okay.
you
So
go
I'll
into
put you
it.
on the clock. This is Lisa Rinna's I Don't Think So, Honey. Her time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. We're in Amsterdam and we're going around and we're walking around. And yes, there are sex clubs and there are women in the windows and whatnot. And everyone is like, hey, let's go into this because I want to see a woman shoot a banana out of her vagina.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think so, honey. But I had no choice. It was 2 a.m. And so we go downstairs into this cave, into this club. And I think I've already done the broken glass part, and I'm already traumatized.
Damn.
And they're like,
30
yeah,
seconds.
but you really need to see this. This woman shoots a banana out of her vagina.
It's been a
And
night,
I'm like,
but-
I don't really need to see it. And sure enough, this woman takes a little banana. It's not even a big banana. It's this little banana, and she somehow shoots it across the room out of her vagina.
15
And I never, honey, needed to see that ever in my life. I can't get it out of my mind. And I wish I said, no, fuckers, I'm not going to see the banana come out of the vagina in Amsterdam. And that's that. No, thank you, honey, ever again.
And that's 1 minute.
Who was the ringleader on that?
yeah,
Erica
who-
Jane?
The producers. No, Erica wasn't there yet.
Oh, yeah. This was pre-Erica.
This was
fire.
pre-Erica.
She would have been ready to go.
She would have. I was a group of us. We were bored. We weren't even filming.
I was going to say, they couldn't get the cameras down there, so why would
cameras do go down.
The producers were like, "Oh, we saw
They
that."
went down in
on,
Aspen, and they went down here for the banana shooting out of the vagina.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, that would have been
God.
good to see.
It would have been great to see.
Well, it would have been actually very exciting.
Yeah.
It wasn't. No, honey.
You
no.
still think about it, which is tough. It's like a stress stream that you're gonna have.
I should never have seen it. I should have closed my eyes and said no.
Damn.
There you go.
Listen.
Well, you're stronger because of it. You
There
are.
are no regrets. You said no regrets from that time, and that includes that.
Well, I feel like I've seen a lot. Yeah.
I mean, this has been such a joy
I
to
knew it
have
would be.
you here.
I was like so excited. I was like, I can't wait to come and play with the boys because I feel like it's just so easy with you. And thank you again for the awards show. It was the time of my life. It changed a lot of things. Just so you guys know, I'm going to tell you, my agents were like, I'm telling you, that show has raised your value, and everyone is calling. They love. Like I was like,
That's all you.
nice at this point.
That is
so.
all
Thank
you.
you.
That's all
thank
you,
you.
though.
Well, listen,
No, you gave me the opportunity, and I just had fun doing it. So thank you.
we have enjoyed you in all of your forms in this entertainment industry. Watching you now, getting to meet you is so fun, and we're just
really
like so happy to meet you.
great.
And I don't know if I told you this, but our best friend Jared years ago was walking in Fryman Canyon, and he would
I
always
am.
run into you.
Yep.
And he had a dog, and I guess Harry went down one time to pet the dog, and Jared said to Harry Hamlin, "Hey, congrats on the sauce." And I always thought that was the funniest thing ever. I was like, that Harry Hamlin now, like superstar Harry Hamlin is now being congratulated about the sauce.
For his sauce.
It's the truth. He said people stop him and say, "Where's Lisa?" and "I love your sauce," and "Congrats on the sauce."
Wait,
How
he
funny
sells the
is
sauce?
that? Yeah.
Okay, we want the sauce.
want the
Oh,
sauce.
you can. I'll send you the sauce.
We'll buy-
that
we'll
would be
buy the
amazing.
sauce.
We love bolognese.
Okay, there's bolognese now. There's marinara. There's vodka sauce. Now there's 4.
I love it.
and
I
they
love
just
it.
got into Gelson's.
Come on!
Congratulations!
He got into Gelson's. How
my
cute
God.
is that?
He got into Gelson's.
He got into Gelson's.
That's really breaking through in Hollywood.
Well,
you're
I
getting into
think.
Gelson's.
I mean, it
That one
starts
on
somewhere.
Franklin, that's my Gelson's. I'm going to go there.
Got into 30 Gelson's. So it's beginning.
Fantastic.
Isn't that cute?
What's the name of the sauce? It's
Harry's
just-
Famous.
Harry's famous.
You can get it at harrysfamous.com or Amazon right now until you can get it in Gelson's, and then God knows where else.
And we didn't even get into QVC, Lisa Rinna.
Oh, that's
There's
for
so
next
much.
time.
Next time we have
That's
a
for
lot.
next time.
Listen, we have a lot to say. I obviously have much. I could have ranted on that. I could rant on a lot of things, but
Oh my
the banana
God.
was good.
Well, you'll be back. The
banana
banana was great.
good. Let's Not Talk About the Husband is a podcast presented by Dear Media. It's
Thank
hosted
you
by
for those
Lisa
plugs.
Rinna
Plug,
and
plug,
Harry
plug.
Hamlin.
Thank
It's
you.
really fun. If you miss watching those interactions on TV, you can hear them every week in your ears. And do you know when the Traitors comes out?
It's January.
That's
usually.
what I love about Traitors too. Is it premieres right after the new year, and it
a
always
cozy
feels
show.
like
Yeah.
We're starting.
you
like
got-
our year can start. Yeah.
Just you wait.
Okay.
That's all I'm
Amazing.
gonna say.
Well,
Just
and
you wait.
every episode with a song.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz.
And if you want to hear more of that, you can see Chicago on Broadway. It's not going anywhere. It'll always be.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kaburski.